بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. This is Riyadh Razazi. Welcome to the end time. This is session number 35. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أهلا 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 ومرحبا. راز ملاي راز ملاي. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا. أهلا أهلا ومرحبا. أهلا راز ملاي. أهلا ليلى. أهلا كريمة. أهلا يزيد. أهلا سبا سلطان. أهلا ميزون. You know, I call her Maison because I never Maison said. It's not Maison, it's Maison. أهلا أهلا ومرحبا الأخت ميسون. عليكم السلام. حفيظ مغال, my man, how are you? How are you, حفيظ مغال؟ خديجة محمد شيخ, وعليكم السلام. أم جويرية, الله أكبر, that's nice. أم جويرية, وعليكم السلام. يا هلا ومرحبا. أهلا زهيدة. أهلا نوال. أهلا سمية. أهلا كيكو. mon frère. mon frère. وعليكم السلام. أهلا كريمة ومرحبا. أهلا كريمة. أهلا بلجيكا. أهلا بلجيكا. أهلا بلجيكا. You know, got Yassine just joined from Belgium as well. And we have Karima and Leila and Noel and Yassine and his wife Sana from Belgium. MashaAllah. I like Belgium now. I like Belgium. Yassine Rice. I think I know the family Rice. I used to have a Rice family. They used to go to school with me. Are you from Casablanca, my man? Are you from Casablanca or from Fez? What's that? Welcome everyone. Welcome. أهلا مرحبا Rosalie or Yasmin from Temsaman. Oh, Temsamani from Temsaman. يعني from the north. Is that Temsaman from the north? Like Tanja? Don't tell me you're Rifi again, man. I'll kill you. I'll kill you if you tell me you're Rifi again. Because all these people who live in Belgium are Rifi. Yeah, you people left Morocco to live in to live in Belgium. All the Rifi people. Yeah, kind of just like you got sick of Morocco. I don't blame you, but don't tell me you're Rifi. You tell La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Yes, in the rice you are from Husima as well. What in the world is going on, you guys? All the Husima people. Husima, brothers and sisters, just so you know, it's a city in the north of Morocco. It's a city in the north of Morocco, and it's known for its people to be amazing people, but very stubborn. Very, very, very stubborn, hard-headed people. Amazing, great people. Tamazigh people, the people of the Futuhat. Those who brought, a lot of, the conquest in Morocco a long time ago. Those who brought the independence to Morocco, people from the north of Morocco, right? But they have this little thing in them. They have this something in them, which I love, but they have this little something on them, I remember it's an amazing city. Please, if you've been to Morocco, or if you were planning to go to Morocco, go to the north. It's it's a city called Al-Husayma. Really, really beautiful town. It's got a very beautiful ocean. The ocean is like a carpet. It's like a carpet. You walk on it. Yeah, people, they walk on it, right? So it's amazing. And all these people are from Al-Husayma. I don't know, man. They all live in the same neighborhood. Most likely they all live in the same neighborhood too. They all smell the same. They look the same. They are, mashallah, a lot of them are in Morocco. They're like very, they look pretty bright, like the faces are white, blue eyes, a lot of them, blue eyes people, and you think they think they're from Germany, maybe the origin of Husima is maybe some guy married some girl from Germany, maybe your great grandfather. He married some German girl, and then they moved to a place. Maybe he kidnapped her. Here's what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Some great grandfather, some Moroccan guy, great long time ago. So he kidnapped this girl. He fell in love with. From Germany. So he went and he kidnapped her because her parents, they said, no way, you're not going to marry this Moroccan, some guy, some Bedouin. So he kidnapped her. That's what happened. He kidnapped her, and then they went and they left, and they went in Morocco, up in the north, somewhere in the north, in the forests, like in the mountains. And they found this place by the mountains and the beach, and they settled there. And they started having kids, all looking bright, white and blue-eyed kids. So they called that town Al-Husima. But their origin is from Germany. I think that's what it is. Anyways, that's just like some history for you, but don't mind me. My brothers and sisters, welcome. Barakallahu fikum. Today, inshallah ta'ala, is another session. This is episode number 35. Talking about Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to talk about Jannah. We are not in Jannah yet. We have not entered Jannah yet. This is just an intro to enter Jannah, inshallah ta'ala, right? Yesterday, and I have a little surprise for all of you today, inshallah. I have a little surprise for all of you, something I've worked on. We talked about, my brothers and sisters, about the announcement that you will hear before entering Jannah, after you cross the Sirat, after your parents, inshallah, cross the Sirat, after your spouse cross the Sirat, inshallah ta'ala, and then you are by the gates of Jannah, and then before entering Jannah, you will hear that announcement, that announcer making that call, "O dwellers of Jannah, O the inhabitants of Jannah, Ya Ahl al-Jannah, in it you shall live therein, and you shall never die again, and you shall be young, and you shall never be old again, and you shall all be healthy therein, and you shall never be sick again, and you shall always be in constant bliss, and you shall never be miserable again." So this is the call that you will hear, my brothers and sisters. And we talked about that very first batch that will enter Jannah, my sisters and brothers, that very first batch, how the Prophet described them, how their faces will be so bright, are the brightness of the moon. And the second batch will be, as beautiful as the most colorful, more beautiful star. And they will all go holding hands together, entering Jannah. Before I start, my brothers and sisters, do you hear me just fine, inshallah ta'ala? Can you hear me just fine, right? Do you hear me just fine, my brothers and sisters? Do you hear me just okay? Everybody, can you hear me, sisters and brothers? Nasima, salam alaikum, Nasima, wa alaikum salam, Nadia Nazim, and Sadia Khan. Okay, everybody can hear me just fine. Alhamdulillah. All right. So the question I had yesterday, I use my imagination a lot, right? So I just, I think, I don't know, but I use my imagination. I do that all the time. My brothers and sisters, has anyone entered Jannah yet? That was the question that I asked yesterday. Before the Day of Judgment, has anyone entered Jannah? We say yes. There are some who have entered Jannah already. Prophet Muhammad, he mentioned, Allah Azza wa Jal mentions that also in the Quran. The very first person that entered Jannah is Adam alayhi salam, your father and my father Adam and his wife. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وقلنا يا آدم ادخل أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين وقلنا يا آدم ادخل أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما وتقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. And your Lord told Adam, yeah, Adam, oh Adam, oh Adam, enter Jannah. Oh Adam, enter Jannah, you and your spouse, and live therein, in that bliss, happily. But Allah gave Adam only one warning: do not eat from that tree. That's all. Live in Jannah, in this bliss, and do not eat from that tree, for if you were to eat from that tree, you will be amongst the wrongdoers. You'll be amongst al-Zalimin. So the very first person who entered Jannah, my brothers and sisters, is Adam and his wife. They lived there. And sometimes I wonder, when I read this ayah, you are in Jannah, oh my father, oh Adam, you were in Jannah, you had so many other trees. Why did you have to go and eat from that tree? Oh Adam, you had so many other trees. You had so many other things. You had so many rivers. You had so many oceans. You had so many ajibia. You had so many food, and you have so many things in Jannah. You and your wife. Why did you just have to go and eat from that tree? So the very first person who went to Jannah is Adam alayhi salam. And then, my brothers and sisters, the martyrs also are in Jannah. The martyrs, those who die in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not necessarily in a battlefield. Allahu Akbar. Not necessarily in a battlefield. A shaheed, the one who dies by being burnt. Somebody dies by not letting or setting himself on fire. No, not killing yourself, but somebody who dies, let's say, being burnt, or somebody who dies of a plague, or somebody who dies of some pandemic, somebody who dies being crushed by a wall, as the Prophet Muhammad says in the hadith reported by Tirmidhi and others. Very sound hadith. A woman who gives birth and she dies. Allahu Akbar. She is a martyr. Ya salam. There's a beautiful hadith on that. When a woman giving birth, right? She's giving birth and then she dies. The Prophet says she is a martyr. Her son or daughter, her son or baby, he will drag her to Jannah from her umbilical cord. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, with regard to a woman who dies while giving birth, her son, her baby, he will drag her to Jannah from her umbilical cords, and she is a martyr. So the shuhada, they are in Jannah. Ibn Mas'ud, he was asked that question in Sahih Muslim. In Sahih Muslim, Ibn Mas'ud was asked that question by his students. Ma qawluka, he asked him, what is your opinion on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran? وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ فَرِحِينَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا بهم من خلفهم ألا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Allahu Akbar. So they asked him that question, what is your interpretation of this ayah in Surah Al-Imran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون فرحين بما آتاهم الله من فضله ويستبشرون بالذين لم يلحقوا بهم من خلفهم ألا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. And do not think that those who die in the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal are dead. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Al-Imran, verse number 169, and do not think that those who die for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal in the cause of Allah are dead. Those who get killed in the cause of Allah are dead. بل أحياء عند ربهم, but they're alive. They're alive where? They're alive. He says, he says, Ibn Mas'ud, when he mentions this ayah, the interpretation of it, he says, their souls are inside green birds. Listen to this. This is the interpretation he heard from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, their souls is inside green birds, having lanterns suspended from the throne of Allah Azza wa Jal, from the throne, roaming freely in paradise. Ya salam. Then taking shelter in those lanterns. So those who have gotten killed or died in the cause of Allah, and I mentioned dying in the cause of Allah, not necessarily being in the battlefield. By the way, those who blow themselves up, those are not shaheed. No way. Those who blow themselves up, killing innocent people, those are not, martyrs. No, we're not. And as I mentioned, not necessarily, those dying in the battlefield are martyrs. I just gave some examples of what could be a martyr. وَنَصْطَفِ الشُّهَدَاء. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the one who selects who gets to have that blessing of being a martyr. Right? So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says their souls are inside green birds, and they and having lanterns suspended. These lanterns, this qanadil in Arabic, qanadil, suspended from the throne of Allah Azza wa Jal, and they are roaming in Jannah, roaming in Jannah, then taking shelter in those lanterns on the throne of Allah Azza wa Jal. Right? So these are some of the people who are in Jannah. Some people who've been to Jannah. Adam alayhi salam been to Jannah. Prophet Muhammad has seen Jannah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So brothers and sisters, I asked the question yesterday, what do you think, or how would you feel if you were walking on earth knowing that you are from the people of Jannah? Huh? What an amazing feeling. What an amazing feeling when you're walking on earth knowing that you are from the people of Jannah. Well, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given glad tidings to some people that they were from the people of Jannah. They were alive, and yet the Prophet testified to them that they were from the people of Jannah. A lot of Muslims, they think they're only 10. They're only 10. But in fact, there are more than 10. There are more than 10 who are being given the glad tidings that they are from the people of Jannah. More than 10. So what are those, my brothers and sisters? Let us talk about them today. I'm going to talk today about those men who have already been given the glad tidings that they are from Jannah, and also women that the Prophet has already given glad tidings that they are from Jannah. And at the very end, I want to share with you a poem. I want to share with you a poem about the description of Jannah. Nasima, are you there? Nasima, are you there? Just get ready, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to share with you a very amazing, beautiful poem describing the beauty of Jannah, inshallah ta'ala, in a poem like idhnillah, inshallah ta'ala. So, my brothers and sisters, in the majority of the sound authentic ahadith, there are about 110 sahabi. 110. There's more than 10. There are 110 sahabis that have been given the glad tidings of Jannah. Right? Not only 10. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was given the glad tidings of Jannah. Umar has been given the glad tidings of Jannah. Al-Ashar al-Mubashirin. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, Al-Zubayr ibn al-Awwam. Are you taking notes? Are you taking notes? Please do take notes. Please do take notes. Nasim, I'm still waiting for you. Where did you go? All right. So we have Abu Bakr, and we have Umar, the Khulafa, the Caliphs, and you have Uthman, and you have Ali, you have Talha ibn Ubaidillah. Talha ibn Ubaidillah is from the those who've been given the glad tidings of Jannah. Then you have Al-Zubayr ibn al-Awwam. He's the he's related to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And then you have Abdul Rahman bin Auf. Abdul Rahman bin Auf was also given the glad tidings from the people of Jannah. And then you have Abu Ubaidah bin Amir al-Jarrah, Allahu Akbar, Amin al-Ummah, Abu Ubaidah bin Amir al-Jarrah. Then you have Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas, Hibb al-Rasul, Allahu Akbar, Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas. And then you have Sa'id bin Zayd. Sa'id bin Zayd. These are the 10 people that the Prophet mentioned that they were from the people of Jannah. But they are more than just 10. They are more than just 10, right? So who else? Who else? Sa'd ibn Mu'ad. Sa'd ibn Mu'ad in Bukhari and Muslim. In Bukhari and Muslim, there's this amazing hadith that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam says that the throne of Allah shook when Sa'd ibn Mu'ad, who's from the Ansar, from Medina, said when he died, the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it was shaking, shook, because that by the way, my brothers and sisters, the very first person that Allah has smiled at, Allahu Akbar. And don't picture how Allah smiles. He smiles in a way that befits His majesty. Don't picture how Allah smiles or laughs. Laughs in a way that befits His majesty. This is one of His attributes. He laughs. ضحك, as the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. ضحك. أول من ضحك الله له واهتز عرش الرحمن له سعد بن معاذ. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh is the very first person that Allah Azza wa Jalla has laughed with or has smiled at. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Allah Azza wa Jalla is so pleased with Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. When he died, 70,000 angels, they came to his funeral. Allahu Akbar. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, when he died, 70,000 angels, the Prophet says, they have never came down to earth, and they will never come back down to earth. They only came down to witness the funeral of Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ya Allah, what a blessing, what a privilege. What a privilege. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, 70,000 angels, they came to his funeral. They came to his janazah. Allahu Akbar. 70. They never came down, and they would come back down to earth. They only came down to witness the funeral of Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Right. When the Prophet Muhammad, this hadith is reported in Sahih Muslim, when Prophet Muhammad one day was given a handkerchief. A handkerchief, this small handkerchief, he was given to it as hadiyah, as a gift. Right? Hadiyah, hulla. It's not even a handkerchief, it's some sort of a cloth, some sort of a material, like a clothing material. And it was something beautiful that the Sahaba, they looked at, and they were so impressed. They were in awe. They've never seen that beautiful material that the Prophet was being given, was given as a gift. Somebody gave him as a gift. It's really some beautiful thing. And then the Prophet told the Sahaba, are you impressed with this material, with this huli? He says, the handkerchief of Sa'd ibn Mu'adh in Jannah is better than this. Allahu Akbar. Even the handkerchief, so it's like something, mandil. We say mandil, like a napkin. A napkin of Sa'd ibn Mu'adh in Jannah is way better than this. So the Prophet Muhammad he witnessed for him that he's from the people of Jannah. Bilal ibn Rabah, Bilal the Mu'adhin, Bilal ibn Rabah, also the Prophet Muhammad when he entered Jannah, when he was ascended into the heavens, the Prophet Muhammad in the Isra, and Mi'raj, when he went to Isra, to Palestine, Bayt al-Maqdis, and then he went to the أُعْرِجَ بِهِ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ. He saw, or he heard, a movement in Jannah. He heard a movement. He asked Jibreel, who's this movement to? Like, who's making this noise? Jibreel said, this is the movement of Bilal ibn Rabah. Bilal ibn Rabah, the Prophet heard that he was in Jannah already, before he even died. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bilal, the mu'addin of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sa'id ibn Zayd, his father, Zayd ibn Zayd is the one that I said he was from the 10 Mubashirin bil Jannah. His father, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This, subhanallah, this man, brothers and sisters, this man, he died before Prophet Muhammad received the first revelation. Ajib. Like Waraq ibn Nawfal. He died before the Prophet, when Prophet received the revelation, that's when but this man, he died before. As to say, he never worshipped any idol. He never worshipped any idol. He was upon the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. He says, if there is a prophet that comes, I will go and follow him. Subhanallah. Then he died before. So the Prophet, before the Prophet received the revelation, the Prophet Muhammad, he says, I entered Jannah, and I saw Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nufayl. Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nufayl. I saw him in Jannah. Harith ibn Nu'man. Harith ibn Nu'man, brothers and sisters, please listen to this. I hope you are listening. I hope you all are taking notes and listening. Especially the youth out there and the kids out there, if you are, please listen, because Harith ibn Nu'man, he was a Sahabi known to be the most obedient to his mother, the most obedient to his mom, the most obedient to his mom. He says, by the one who holds my soul, Harith ibn Nu'man, he says, by the one who holds my soul, he says, when I became a Muslim, my mother, she never had to eat using her hand. I used to be the one who used to feed her. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. He says, I swore by Allah. He says, after I became a Muslim, my mother, she never had to eat with hands. I used to be the one who used to go and feed her. She never ate using her hand. She would never, whenever she wants to eat, Haritha will go and feed his mom. Mom, wait, mom, I will feed you. I'll feed you. I want one. And he would feed her. It's not her feeding him. No, he will feed his mother. He was known to be the most obedient son of his mom, Harith ibn Nu'man. So the Prophet said, I entered Jannah, and I heard the voice of somebody reciting the Quran. Allah, what a privilege, what an honor, what an honor. He says, I've entered Jannah, and I heard the voice of somebody reciting the Quran. So the Prophet asked, Jibreel, who's reciting the Quran? He said, this is the voice of Harith ibn Nu'man. Allahu Akbar. And then the Prophet says, كَذَلِكَ الْبِرْ كَذَلِكَ الْبِرْ كَذَلِكَ الْبِرْ. Allahu Akbar. بِرْ والدين. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. Allahu Akbar. Allah has decreed that you worship none but Him and that you be good to your parents. When the Prophet Muhammad heard that voice of somebody reciting the Quran in Jannah, Jibreel says, this is the voice of Harith ibn Nu'man. And then the Prophet says, that is the birr, that is the birr. This is the kindness to the parents. This is the kindness of the parents. That's what made him earn Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Brothers and sisters, Zayd ibn Haritha also was another person that the Prophet ﷺ gave the glad tidings that he's from the people of Jannah. Zayd ibn Haritha. Zayd ibn Haritha, by the way, he is the Sahabi that was, the only one Sahabi, the only, despite Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, the only Sahabi mentioned by name in the Quran. His name is Zayd. Hibbul Nabi. They used to call him Zayd ibn Muhammad because the Prophet, he used to live with the Prophet, and the Prophet, he sort of like adopted him, right? And then when that adoption came that rule, then they said, no, he's not my son. He's no longer, he cannot call him Zayd ibn Muhammad. He is Zayd ibn Haritha. He took the name of father, Zayd, the son of Haritha. He used to live with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet says, I entered Jannah and I saw a maid. And then I asked, whose maid is she? They said, she is the maid of Zayd ibn Haritha. She is the maid of Zayd ibn Haritha radiyallahu anhu wa ardah. Allahu Akbar. Abu Dahdah, my brothers and sisters, he is from also the people of Jannah, as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that amazing story that happened between this orphan, and Abu Dahdah, right? And not it was an orphan with another man, about a tree. They had an argument about a tree, and then when the Prophet came to rule, he ruled for the other man, because that tree, belonged. It was in the borders of between orphan and that other man. So the Prophet Muhammad, he had to rule for the other man, and the orphan had. He thought it was his tree. That was my tree. And then the Prophet, when he went to see and he ruled, he looked and he says, no, actually this tree is actually in the side of this other man. So he gave it to the other man. He says, no, it's not yours, it's this other man's. And then the orphan was really sad. He was really sad. And then Abu Dahdah, when he saw the boy, it was actually the man was Abu Lubaba. Abu Lubaba with the orphan. And then Abu Dahdah came and he saw that boy, crying. He was not happy. He was sad. And then he says, Prophet told Abu Lubaba, give him the tree. Allah will give you a tree in Jannah. Give you a tree, Allah will replace it with a tree in Jannah. The man was so angry. He says, no, Rasulullah, it's mine. I'm going to take it. And then Abu Dahdah said, Ya Rasulullah, tree for him in Jannah? For tree in Jannah? He says, yes, a tree. And then he says, give me your hand. Give me your hand, Ya Rasulullah. He shook his hand. He says, I have a garden that's got 700 trees. I want to give it for the sake of Allah. I want to give it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he died, Abu Dahdah, the Prophet says, oh, how many trees he has in Jannah. How many trees he has in Jannah. Allah Azza wa Jalla replaced those trees with trees in Jannah because of that gift that he gave, sadaqah, that he gave for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Abdullah ibn Salam, also for the people of Jannah. Abdullah ibn Salam used to be Jewish. He used to be a Jewish man. He was actually alim from the Jews, a scholar, a Jewish scholar, in fact, right? And then he's Islam, Ashiru al-Jannah, Ashiru Asharat al-Jannah. The Prophet says he's from the people of Jannah. Well, excuse me. Haritha ibn Suraqa is from the people of Jannah as well. Haritha ibn Suraqa from people of Jannah. It's a very well-known story when Haritha ibn Suraqa in Bukhari, when he died, from this, there was this arrow that came from nowhere, and then her son died. And then the Prophet, the mom crying, where's my son? She died in Jannah, or where is he, Rasulullah? He's in Jannah. She was crying, and the Prophet told her, Jannah, ya Haritha, Jinan, not only one Jannah, heavens, and your son has reached the Al-Firdaus al-A'la, the highest level of Jannah. Not only one Jannah, not only one heaven, heavens, and your son has actually reached the highest level of Jannah, Al-Firdaus al-A'la. Amr ibn al-Jamuh also. Amr ibn al-Jamuh used to have a limp. He used to have a limp, A'raj, and then he died in the battle of Uhud. He died in the battle of Uhud, and the Prophet, when he looked at him, after he died, he said, oh, look at him. I see him. Allah Azza wa Jalla has replaced his feet with feet from Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Allah has replaced his feet with feet from Jannah. This is who? This is Amr ibn al-Jamuh, who had an excuse not to go and participate in the battle of Uhud. He had an excuse. He had a limp, right? But he says, I want to enter Jannah with my limp, wa Rasulullah. If I were to die, I want to enter Jannah with my limp. And he died. And the Prophet says, Allah Azza wa Jalla has replaced his feet with feet from Jannah. There are so many others, my brothers and sisters. The man, we don't know his name. I don't know his name. I couldn't find, we don't know his name. He's he was actually a black man, very ugly, قبيح الوجه, because he came to the Prophet. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I am, look at me, I'm a very ugly man. He's a slave, ugly man, dark, bad smell. I don't have no money, poor. Very unfortunate guy, terrible. He says, Allah, if I were to die, in that battle, if I were to fight and die that battle, would I enter Jannah? Would I enter Jannah? The Prophet says, of course. You're sincere, of course. He entered the battlefield, and he died in the battle. And then the Prophet says, بيض الله وجهه بيض الله وجهه وطيب وجهه وريحه وأكثر ماله. He says that the Prophet ﷺ, when he died, he says, Allah has brightened his face in Jannah. Allah has brightened his face in Jannah and give him a beautiful smell, because he was a slave, he didn't smell good, he was a poor man. But the Prophet says in Jannah, Allah has changed, his look, smell, everything, because it's Jannah. There was man, also we don't know his name. But according to a hadith, he was the Imam of Masjid Quba, Ledina. He was the Imam of that masjid. He used to pray and to lead the salah, and after reciting al-Fatiha, he used to recite Qul Allahu Ahad, always. And after Qul Allahu Ahad, he would recite some other surah. But always, in all the salawat, he used to recite Qul Allahu Ahad, Qul Allahu Ahad, Qul Allahu Ahad, all the time. The Sahaba, they told the Prophet asked him why. He says, Ya Rasulullah, because I love Qul Huwa Ahad. I love Wallah Ahad. It describes Ar-Rahman. It has attributes of Ar-Rahman. I love Qul Huwa Ahad. Then the Prophet told him, your love for Qul Huwa Ahad had made you earn Jannah. Allah. Your love for that surah has earned you Jannah. So the Prophet ﷺ gave him the glad tidings of Jannah. My brothers and sisters, these are just people, some men that we have heard from different ahadith that they are from the people of Jannah. How about women? Are there any women? Yes, of course. There are so many women, and I want to share some with you, inshallah ta'ala, some names for the sisters, because I want the sisters, Prophet Muhammad, as Allah Azza wa Jalla says in Surah Al-Imran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Imran, فَاسْتَجَابَ لَهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ أَنِّي لَا أُضِيعُ عَمَلَ عَامِلٍ أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعضكم من بعض أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعضكم من بعض بعضكم من بعض. I'm not talking about, wives of prophets. No, Sajida. I'm not talking about wife of prophets. If you give me a chance, I will tell you. If you give me a chance, I will give you some names. All right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Imran that I do not waste the action of any of you, male or female. Jannah is only for male and female. Maybe brothers, let me ask Hafiz Mughal, rizq and risk. Rizq and risk. Let me ask Hafiz Mughal. Maybe Hafiz Mughal, akhi, maybe your wife will be in a higher level than you in Jannah. Maybe your wife will be in a higher level than you in Jannah, and then you'll be looking at her like, and she'll be looking at you like that. And you say, please, please bring me up, take me up, bring me up. Yes, your wife that you are calling risk. Because you told me risk, right? Hafiz Mughal, you're listening to us, Malay. Maybe your wife will be in a higher level than you in Jannah. You'll be looking at her like, like this, and she's looking at you like this, and then she's wondering, shall I leave this guy down there or shall I bring him up? No, of course she will bring you up, because Allah will remove all, these things, all these sicknesses from our hearts that day. Allah will remove all those things from our breast that day, right? So maybe, don't think, sisters, that Jannah is only made for men and there's no women. Who said? For Allah? A'udhu billah. No. Maybe they said your sister, your mother, maybe your wife will be in a higher level than you in Jannah. Allahu A'lam. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. There are people, women, who have been given the glad tidings of Jannah. So sisters and brothers, let me tell you something. But first, let me ask and see how you people are doing, right? I need to ask about you. This is how I work. I work like this. I can't see you, but at least I want to feel you. How are you doing? Janine, Mariana, Khadija, Mariana, Najam Yasin, how are you doing? Fatima, how are you doing? Sarah, how are you doing? Riyadh, how are you doing? Amina, Layla, Ya Layla, Ya Layla, يقولون ليلى في العراق مريضة يا ليتني كنت الطبيب المداوية. يقولون ليلى في العراق مريضة يا ليتني كنت الطبيب المداوية. ياسمين, how are you? يا ياسين, how are you? يا light spread, how are you? يا هساوي, يا هاني, يا حبيبي, يا هاني, يا حبيبي, يا هاني, يا حبيبي, يا حبيبي, يا هاني, يا حبيبي, يا حبيبي, يا هاني, يا حبيبي. He's Egyptian, so I'm doing an Egyptian way. How are you, brothers? How are you doing? How's it? How's Alhamdulillah? How's Shida Ahmed doing? How's Zainab doing? How's Maya doing? And how's Yasin? How's you doing? Karima, Alhamdulillah, ya Karima. How's Fatima, sister Fatima, and Ghani? How are you doing? Najwa, how are you doing? Najwa, how's everyone? How's everybody? I'm struggling making notes. It's going too fast. Okay, I'm going to take it to take notes. Just take notes. I'm going to take it easy. Saadiya Khan, how are you? Noor Bahar Ali, how are you? Shida Ahmed, how are you? How's everyone? Well, Ya Nawali, Ya Nawali, Ya Nawal, Ya Maya, Ya Maya, Ya Sabah, Ya Sabah, Ya Sabah. How are you, Zahida? Aywa, Ya Zahid, Ya Zahida. Aywa, how are you, Zahid? Amina Khan, how are you? You really doing all right? You see, I'm even singing for you, halal way. I'm singing for you in a halal way, right? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma lak alhamd. Just after Fajr, Allahu Akbar, in Singapore. Just after Fajr in Singapore. All right, I'll make it worthwhile for you, Khadija. I'll make it more, Shida Ahmed in Singapore. I'll make it worthwhile for you, inshallah ta'ala. All right. True, trying my best to capture most. Okay, inshallah ta'ala, sister Khadija, Muhammad, and Karima. Aywa, Karima. Aywa, Kari Fatima. Next career, inshallah ta'ala. Next career to be a singer. Fatima, next career to be a singer. Sister Fatima, Umar. Somebody asked me, Baba, does the sheikh make money? Can the sheikh make money? I said, no. And then he said, I don't want to be no sheikh. I said, yeah, no, don't be no sheikh. Maybe be a singer, singer maybe, but, be a sheikh. Yeah, there are some sheikhs that can make money, alhamdulillah. It is not haram. Allahu Akbar. So, sisters and brothers, how about some men who have already given the glad tidings from Prophet Muhammad that they are from the people of Jannah? Let's talk about them. The first and foremost is Khadija. Khadija radiallahu anha wardaha. Khadija al-Mu'mineen. Khadija رمز الوفاء والعطاء. Khadija, the wife of the Prophet. They talk about Romeo and Juliet. About love stories. Romeo and Juliet. And they talk about Qais and Layla. Layla, are you listening? Where's Qais? Ya Layla, ya Rami, where is Qais, ya Layla? They say, what is Qais? Qais and Layla, they say Antar and Abla, right? No. The most romantic love story of all time is the story of Prophet Muhammad and Khadija. I'm telling you. the most beloved, beautiful, romantic love story of all time is the story of Prophet Muhammad and Khadija. أيوة نعم. There's no Romeo and Juliet and all that thing. No, أبدا. Right. What are you talking about? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in Bukhari, Muslim, this before death of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Jibril came Prophet Muhammad holding a tray. Right? No, astaghfirullah. Jibril came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he says, Khadija, she's coming holding a tray, bringing food to you, Rasulullah. She's coming, greet her from an eye, and the glad tidings of a mention in Jannah. لا صخب فيها ولا نصب من قصب لا صخب فيها ولا نصب. Give a glad tidings of a house in Jannah from a pearl, no sorrow in it, no sadness in it, no pain in it, no hardship in it, because she went through pain. She went through a lot of sacrifice. She sacrificed a lot for her husband. Oh, if I have a chance one day, I will tell you the story of Khadija radiallahu anha. I normally tell the story when I'm in Mecca. In Mecca, take people to the in that mount, Jabal, the mount of where Nur, Jabal Nur, where Ghar is, right? The Jabal Nur, and I tell them the story of Khadija radiallahu anha wardaha. She sacrificed so much, right? She sacrificed a lot for the Prophet, for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jalla, of course, right? She loved him unconditionally. Sisters, do you love your husbands unconditionally? Nasima, where have you been? I've been calling you and calling you. Do you love your husbands unconditionally? Sister Fatima, do you love your husband unconditionally? Sister Fatima, you cannot lie. You cannot lie because you're fasting. You have to love your husbands unconditionally. Even if your husband think you're a risk, not risk, risk. May Allah forgive brother Mughal Hafiz. He says, Aywa, you have to love him unconditionally, just like the way Isa al-Mustafa, just like the way you love your kids, just like the way you love your children, unconditionally. I've been calling you Naseem. I called you many times, but you've been here. I don't know. Anyways, I'm saying the way you love your kids, you should love your husbands unconditionally. And likewise, the husband, you should love your wife unconditionally as well. Unconditionally. So, my brothers and sisters, she loved him unconditionally, right? And Prophet Muhammad loved her unconditionally as well. So, when Jibril came to her and told Prophet Muhammad, Ya Rasulullah, Khadija, she's coming holding a tray, grant her, or greet her salam from Allah and from Allah, and tell her the glad tidings mentioned in Jannah, whereby it has no pain in it, no hardship in it. When she came, the Prophet told her, Allah salam, Ya Aisha, Ya Khadija, Allah says, and Jibreel sends salam. And she says, Ya Rasulullah, Allah is as-salam. How can I say salam back to Allah? And if somebody says salam, you have to say wa alaykum salam, right? When somebody says salam, you say wa alaykum salam. But Allah is salam, right? So how you say wa alaykum salam to Allah? The Prophet told her, say, Khadija, say, Allahumma anta as-salam wa minka as-salam, tabarakta ya dal jalal ikram, or ta'alayta ya ta'ala, Allahumma anta as-salam wa minka as-salam, ta'alayta aw tabarakta. Oh Allah, you are the peace and the source of peace. Oh Allah, you are the peace and source of peace. So Khadija was given the glad tidings from the Prophet. She was from the people of Jannah. Aisha, she was given the. In fact, brothers and sisters, a lot of people don't know this. Aisha, she was given the glad tidings. She was from the people of Jannah before she married Prophet Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Really? Yes, before. Before she married Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet knew that's from Jannah. Aisha, she's the daughter of Abu Bakr. Jibril one day came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hadith is al-Midi. It's a good hadith, Hasan. Jibril came to the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam more than once, by the way, holding a picture, like some sort of a picture, in a green silky material, cloth. In a green silky material, like a cloth. There was like a picture in that green silky material, cloth. And then he told Prophet Muhammad, he married her. Before he married her, he told her, this is your wife in this dunya and your wife in Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Aisha. Aisha. She is your wife in this dunya and the wife in Jannah. So the Prophet opened the green cloth, right? And then he saw the picture of Aisha radiallahu anha wardaha. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. Maybe that's why when I was calling, your phone, died on you, most probably. So Aisha. Also Fatima is also being given the glad tidings from the Prophet Muhammad that she's from the people of Jannah. Fatima, my brothers and sisters, when people they used to see Fatima as if they see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From his children, the one that used to resemble him the most is Fatima. He used to love her very much. One that used to resemble the Prophet Muhammad the most is Fatima. I was saying with regard to Aisha, Jibril came to the Prophet Muhammad many times holding a green piece of cloth material. And then he told the Prophet that the picture in this cloth, your wife in this dunya and your wife in Khira, in Jannah. And the Prophet, when he opened the cloth, he saw the picture of Aisha. The picture of Aisha. So that's with regard to Aisha. Fatima is another one. In Bukhari and Muslim, as I was saying, the one that used to resemble the Prophet the most is Aisha. When she walks, like the Prophet is walking. When she sleeps, like the Prophet is sleeping. She used to resemble him so much. Radiallahu anha wardaha. Radiallahu anha wardaha. So much so that the Prophet, when he's sitting at the used to come, he would stand up, he would greet her, he would hug her, kiss her, and make her sit next to him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He would kiss her on her forehead, radiallahu anha wardaha. So Prophet Muhammad before he died, she was crying, and then the Prophet called her. So she came, and he told her something, and then she cried. And then he called her, so he told her something else, and she smiled. And then she smiled. Aisha, she asked that question. What happened? What did he tell you? She refused to say anything. She refused to say. Until after the death of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, so many, few weeks later, few months, because she died only 6 months after the death of the Prophet. She died only 6 months after the death of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, but Aisha, she kept on asking, right? And then she told her, she says, when I went the first time, the Prophet told me, oh Aisha, today I will die. Today I will die. So I couldn't. And then he told me again, he whispered on my ear, he said, you will be the first one to join me in Jannah from my family. And then I smiled. Allahu Akbar. The first time he told her, I'm going to die today. The second he told her, you will be the first from family to join me in Jannah. So Fatima, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he entered Jannah, and then he heard khashfa, he heard some noise in Jannah, a sound. He asked Jibril, Ya Jibril, what's this noise? Who is it? Jibril says, this is Sulaim al-Rumaysa, the mother of Anas ibn Malik. The mother of Anas ibn Malik, her name is Sulaim, right? Sulaim, or also called al-Rumaysa, nickname al-Rumaysa bintu Milhan. Al-Rumaysa bintu Milhan. She's also one of the women that were given the glad tidings of Jannah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given her this glad tidings. This woman, sisters, this is an amazing story. There was this one who went to the Prophet ﷺ. We don't know her name. I don't know. I couldn't find her name in any hadith. We don't know her name, but what we know of that she is a woman who used to get epilepsy attacks. She used to get epilepsy attacks. So she went to the Prophet and she told him, Ya Rasulullah, I get these attacks and I get uncovered. Because I fall and I become uncovered. Make dua for me. Then the Prophet said, I can make dua for you for Allah to give you shifa. Or if you want, you will be in Jannah. Make dua for you to enter Jannah. She says, no, Rasulullah, I choose Jannah. But at least because I get uncovered, could you please just make dua so that I don't get uncovered? I don't want, when I fall, something gets shown, exposed from my body. So he made dua for her. She never got, exposed again. But she used to still get that attacks. But the Prophet says, because, Ibn Abbas, radiallahu anhu wardah, he goes in Ledina, the streets of Medina, they said, this woman, that black woman there, you see that black woman, he used to tell the Sahaba, you see that black woman there? Yeah, that black woman, she is from the people of Jannah. She's the people of Jannah. Allahu Akbar. There was this woman, sisters and brothers, who came to Aisha radiallahu anha with two girls, daughters. She was, she was a poor woman. She needed some charity, something to eat. Aisha did not find anything in her house other than 3 dates. So she gave 1 date. She gave them, she gave that woman those dates. So the woman gave 1 date to her daughter, first daughter, and then she gave the second to the other daughter. As she was about to eat the date, her date, she, her daughter finished the dates, and then they started looking at their mom. So the date story, and then the woman, she took the date from her mouth, and then she split it in half, and she gave those dates to her daughters. Aisha, she cried. And then when the Prophet came back, asked her, like a day, on a daily basis, Assalamu alaikum, or it didn't happen, like a husband and wife talking with each other. She says, Ya Rasulullah, something amazing happened today. Some lady came with her daughters, and then she told him the story. Then the Prophet says, her action made her earn Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Her action made her earn Jannah. Sisters, your moms, those of you who are moms, and those of you who are not moms, may Allah Azza wa Jal, shall I say, make you moms? Well, he makes you moms, he has to make you wives. Before I make dua for you to become moms, first I need to make dua for you to be wives. How can you become a mom if you're not a wife? You have to become a wife for me to make dua for you to become a mom. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? Sister Fatima, you tell me, am I wrong or right? Am I right or right? Before making dua for them to become moms, I make dua for them to become wives first. How can you be a mom? No, don't tell me about adoption. Tell me about adoption. It's not the same. I'm telling you, before you become a mom, you have to become a wife. So I need to make dua for you to be a wife, right? Yeah. So may Allah Azza wa Jalla, those of you who are not married, may Allah bless you with the righteous, pious, husband, inshallah ta'ala. And those of you who are married, may Allah bless you with righteous, conscious sons and daughters, inshallah ta'ala. He says, Aisha, her action made her earn Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. There are many others, brothers and sisters. There are many others. Ayman, she was the one who actually used to, she was hadinat the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the one who, she grew up with the Prophet, she disciplined, she was the one who was like the Prophet when he was with his mom Amina. She used to be with him. She raised him. She wears the Prophet Muhammad, and the Prophet Muhammad used to say, whosoever wants to marry a woman from Jannah, let him marry Ayman. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet used to say, whoever marry a woman of Jannah, let him marry Ayman. Where is she? Ayman, Yo, Moyman, where are you? Brothers from sisters from Instagram, come back, because I want to share with you my poem. I still have something to you again. So because it's already almost an hour, I'm gonna have to end this. It's ending. Back, because the sisters from Instagram, come back. Allah Ta'ala. Those of you on Instagram, on Facebook, you're safe. You're good. Those from Instagram, it's after 1 hour, it cuts off. So please give me just 1 second, for them to come back, because I want to tell you about Ayman, inshallah ta'ala, and tell you about maybe there were a few others actually that we need to share with you as well, inshallah ta'ala, that the Prophet ﷺ said that they are from the people of Jannah, right? So alhamdulillah, welcome back, sisters and brothers, welcome back. Those of you who are still here, welcome back. Wa alaikum assalam, Najwa and Fatima and Khadija, Shazia, Muna. Okay, all of you, welcome back. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, whosoever wants to look at a woman or who wants to marry a woman from Jannah, let him marry Ayman. There was this other woman by the name of Rasmalai, your daughter's name Nusayba bint Ka'b, Umara, right? In the battle of Uhud, the Prophet says, wherever I go, I go around, she's there defending me. Umara, this woman, the Prophet says, everywhere in Uhud, she was there. She had 4 sons, and she said, go and all fight for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All defend the Prophet Muhammad. Go defend the Prophet Muhammad. So the Prophet says she had a sword. She was there defending me. The Prophet said, this woman, she had bushra, many glad tidings from the Prophet that she was from the people of Jannah. Her name is Nusayba bint Ka'b, nicknamed Amara. Sumayya, Ammar, the mother of Ammar, right? You know the story, the very well-known story. Oh, mashallah, your daughter's name, is Sumayya, is Nusayba, your name, Nusayba, right? Sumayya, the very first martyr, in Islam, the very first women in Islam, or the very first martyr in Islam, right? Amara is one of her kids by the name of Amara, so they nicknamed Ummu, the mother of Amara. Sumayya, she is the very first martyr in Islam, right? The Prophet Muhammad says that she was from Jannah, martyr, she's Shahida. Sulaym, another one by the name of Sulaym. Sulaym, also her name is Haram bint Malhan. Malhan. She is the auntie of Anas, Khalat Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu wardah. When the Prophet Muhammad says, the paradise is granted for the first batch of my followers who will take a travel, a naval expedition. So the Prophet says, paradise is granted for the very first batch of my followers who will undertake a naval expedition. And she did. She was among that naval expedition. She lived long to witness that naval expedition, and amongst them was this woman. And when the Muslims conquered the Byzantine Empire, this lady, she was there, subhanallah, right? And the Prophet, that testimony of the Prophet Muhammad came, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Hafsa, who's Hafsa? Hafsa, she is the daughter of Umar ibn Khattab. Umar ibn Khattab's daughter, the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because some scholars say that the Prophet divorced her. Some scholars said some said no, the Prophet never divorced any of his wives. But Hafsa, the daughter of Umar ibn Khattab, there's a hadith reported by Abu Dawood. This hadith sahih. When the Prophet he left his wives, right? He forsake them because of that argument that they had, that they wanted more from this dunya, and then the Prophet was so upset that he left them. He didn't divorce them, but he left almost a month. Subhanallah. much so that people were saying, what happened? What happened? The Prophet divorced his wives, and then Jibreel came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he told him, bring back Hafsa. Bring back Hafsa. She is sawama wama. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Look, he says, bring back Hamza. Bring back Hafsa. Bring her back. She is sawama qawama. She used to fast a lot, and she used to make qiyam al-layl a lot. Pray at night. Bring her back. She is your wife in Jannah. Allahu Akbar. She is your wife in Jannah. Hafsa, was also given the glad tidings. Asma, and I will end with Asma. Asma bint Abi Bakr, my brothers and sisters. Asma bint Abi Bakr. She's also from the people that the Prophet ﷺ, the glad tidings that she was from the people of Jannah. Asma, also nicknamed that Nitaqain, the one with the two waist belts, when she had to cut her belt into two to carry, to carry the baskets to go to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ when she was pregnant. A lot of women don't know this. A lot of brothers and sisters don't know this. She was pregnant, almost 7 months pregnant. 7 months pregnant, and she used to walk for almost 7 kilometers from her house, excuse me, all the way to the Thor, where the Prophet was hiding with Abu Bakr, and she used to bring food for them. She used to talk pregnant, and she used to carry baskets of food, right? And she used to walk all the way, right, she used to walk to the Prophet and to Abu Bakr to bring them food, and she had to cut her waist, her belt, waist belt into two. So she was called, named that An-Nitaqain. That An-Nitaqain radiallahu anha wa ardaha. Allah Azza wa Jalla has exchanged these Nitaqain with Nitaqain from Nah. Allah Azza wa Jalla has exchanged your waist belt with two Nitaqain Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. So these are some of the women that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, Hafsa, she is the Hafsa, she is the daughter after the death. No, Hafsa, she's wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, and she helped compile. Naam, it's true. She helped compile the Quran, and keep the Quran in her house. At the time of Uthman, they were collecting the Qurans, the scrolls, and she used to store them in her house. Radiallahu anha wa ardaha. So, brothers and sisters, let's move on quickly, inshaAllah ta'ala, because we have not entered Jannah yet. No, we have not entered Jannah. We are only by the gate of Jannah. Where are we now? We are by the gates of Jannah. How many gates of Jannah there is? There are 8 gates of Jannah. There are 8 gates of Jannah. Every key, for every gate there is a key. Listen, for every gate there is a key. The gate of prayer has a key, and that key is wudu. These are not the gates. I'm not talking about the gates of Jannah. I'm just talking in general. The gate of Salah has a key, and the key is al-wudu, because without wudu, the Salah will not be accepted. Miftah al-Hajj, the key of Hajj. The key of Hajj is Ihram. Without Ihram, the Hajj is not valid. The key of victory, the key for victory is peace. The key for more, if you want more, the key for blessings, if you want Allah to bless more, what's the key for that? The key to be with more is to be grateful. وَلَئِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. The more you thank Allah, the more Allah will bless you and give you more. So everything is a key. The key for Jannah is La ilaha illallah. The key for Jannah is La ilaha illallah. Oh yes, of course I will be doing the Eid, because the Eid in Jannah, I'm going to be leaving that all the way until the end. Eid in Jannah, inshallah. You don't want that, brothers and sisters. Somebody just asked me, am I talking about Eid in Jannah? Yes, I'm going to be talking about Eid in Jannah. You certainly do not want to miss that, my brothers and sisters. So everything has a key. The key to Jannah is La ilaha illallah. Jannah has 8 gates. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ra'd, verse number 23, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم جنات عدن يدخلونها جنات عدن يدخلونها ومن صلح من آبائهم وأزواجهم وذرياتهم والملائكة يدخلون عليهم من كل باب سلام عليكم بما صبرتم سلام عليكم بما صبرتم فنعم عقبى الدار. جنات عدن يدخلونها ومن صلح من آبائهم وأزواجهم وذرياتهم والملائكة يدخلون عليهم من كل باب سلام عليكم. Angels will come in greeting them from every gate. From every gate there is angels greeting them saying what? سلام عليكم بما صبرتم فنعم عقبى الدار. Peace be with you for perseverance. You persevered. You were patient to stay away from haram. You persevered. سلام عليكم بما صبرتم فنعم عقبى الدار. This is your reward now. عقبى الدار, the house is Jannah, my brothers and sisters. Would your parents enter Jannah? If your parents are in a lower level than you in Jannah, can you bring them up? If your children are in a lower level than you in Jannah, can you bring them up? If your spouse is in a lower level than you in Jannah, can you bring him or her up? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I will give you the evidence, inshallah ta'ala. Do you want to hear the evidence today? Do you want to hear the evidence today? Or do you smell something happening today? Layla, you're smart. Layla, you're smart. And Iman smart. The two smart. The Moroccans are smart, mashallah. The Moroccans, Iman and Layla, smart, mashallah. Do you want to hear that? No. You smell the cliffhanger. Don't you smell the cliffhanger? Huh? Don't the cliffhanger? Because I will give you the evidence that yes, you can bring up your parents in Jannah. Yes, you can bring up your spouse in Jannah. You can bring back your children with you in Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. But is you want to be? I'm not too much in biryani. Don't worry, I'm not too much in biryani, huh? Yeah, biryani, it depends. You know, I'm on diet now. Can you see, mashallah? You see, huh? You see, yeah, look, alhamdulillah, I'm mashallah, right? No, look, I alhamdulillah, look, no more one belly. I don't have one belly anymore. You know, I lost, rice. I stayed away from rice, alhamdulillah. Say mashallah la quwwata illa billah before they give me the evil eye. Say mashallah la quwwata illa before they give me the evil eye. Before you give me the eye. All of you say mashallah. I stayed away from rice, alhamdulillah. I stayed away from the biryani. I stayed away from the bread. I said shabakiya Yasin. There's a weakness there. There is a weakness in shabakiya there, right? So may Allah forgive me, but the Moroccan sweet only in Ramadan I cannot stay away from. But other than that, Allahumma lakal hamd. So my brothers, inshallah ta'ala, will share with you not only the evidence that you can bring up your parents with you in Jannah, but also inshallah ta'ala, Sister Sajida, I don't understand what you do. No, that's not true. Don't do that, please. Sister Sajida, don't mess it around for me. I trust you, and mashallah, you're a student. Why did you have to say, please don't do that. May Allah forgive you, Sister Sajida, because that's not what I was going to talk about. That's not what I was going to talk about. Don't do that. I was just saying it's a cliffhanger. You disappointed me. Come on. In fact, I was going to talk about something else, but the ayah, Sister Sajida, please, come on. Anyways, my brothers and sisters, not only I'm going to tell you about the evidence, not only for Quran, but I'm going to tell you not only the evidence about how your brothers or sisters will be, I'm not going to only say that, but also the gates of Jannah. We said about 8 gates. What are these 8 gates of Jannah? What are they? I will talk about that tomorrow. Before you go, inshallah, my gift to you. my gift to you. And my gift to you, my brothers and sisters, is this poem from Ibn al-Qayyim rahmatullah alayh. A poem by Ibn al-Qayyim rahmatullah alayh describing Jannah. So this, you cannot break this. You cannot break because you don't know about this poem I mentioned now, right? So you cannot, so you can't really actually, for me. So here it is. This is a bit, or shall I maybe make it a true, real cliffhanger by making the poem tomorrow, not today? Oh, I just thought about this. Maybe I should end right now and say so much. Let's leave leave the poem for tomorrow. Huh? Let's leave the poem from tomorrow. Huh? He said, let's leave the poem for tomorrow. Okay, should we leave the poem for tomorrow? Should we leave the poem from tomorrow? Knafa is your weakness, I know. No, Khadija, no. No. Should we leave the because somebody just messed it up for me, huh? Karima, huh? No. Hani, yes. Looking forward to the poem. Okay, all right. خلاص إن شاء الله. We'll mention it. Bismillah. This is a poem, like I said, by Ibn al-Qayyim rahmatullah alayh, Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. So that and it has a beautiful. I have my take in it as well. I might take it in, but it's a beautiful poem that describes, the beauty of Jannah. He goes, يا خاطب الحور الحنان طالبا لوصالهن جنة الحيوان أسرع وحت السير جهدك إنما أسرع وحت السير جهدك إنما مصراك هذا ساعة لزمان هي جنة طابت وطاب نعيمها فنعيمها باق وليس بفاني وبناؤها اللبنات من ذهب وأخرى من فضة نوعان مختلفان سكانها أهل القيام مع الصيام وطيب الكلمات والإحسان للعبد فيها خيمة من لؤلؤ قد جوفت صنعة الرحمن إنها أنهارها في غير أخدود جرت أنهارها في غير أخدود جرت سبحان ممسكها من الفيضان من تحتهم تجري كما شاء مفجرة وما للنهر من نقصان ولقد أتى ذكر اللقاء بربنا الرحمن في صورة من القرآن أوما سمعت منادي الإيمان أوما سمعت الإيمان يخبر أوما سمعت منادي الإيمان يخبر منادي جنة الحيوان. He says, I haven't finished it yet. This is just a very, very preview of it. يا خاطب الحور الحسان وطالبا يا خاطب الحور الحسان وطالبا لوصلهن بجنة الحيوان. He says, oh you who wishes to marry those maidens, oh you who wishes to marry those beautiful maidens, or you who wishes to marry those beautiful maidens and seeking to unite with them in the gardens of heaven. He says, hasten and accelerate your pace, for indeed, hasten and accelerate your pace, for indeed this walk of yours is like an hour in an age. Don't sacrifice that forever life for an hour. So he's saying beautifully, all who wishes to marry the beautiful maidens and seeking to unite with them in gardens of Rahman, he says, hasten and accelerate your pace. Indeed, this walk of yours is like an hour in an age. And it is. هي جنة طابت نعيمها فنعيمها باق وليس بنا بفاني. He said it is a garden made pleasing, and it is pleasant. He says it is a garden made pleasing, and its bounties are pleasant, for its bounties are everlasting and never fading. For the bounties of Jannah, everlasting and never fading. And he says, وَنَاؤُهَا اللَّبِنَاتِ مِنْ ذَهَبٍ وَأُخْرَى مِنْ فِضَّةٍ نَوْعَانِ مُخْتَلِفَانِ. He says its buildings are made of golden bricks and others of silver, two types which are different. يعني you have, the buildings or the mansions, one brick of gold, one brick of silver, one brick of gold, one of silver. Allah Akbar. And he says, سكانها أهل القيام والصيام وطيب الكلمات والإحسان. سكانها أهل القيام مع الصيام وطيب الكلمات والإحسان. Its inhabitants, the people of Jannah, its inhabitants are the people of night prayer, qiyam and siyam. They are the people of qiyam and siyam. See, if you look at how he's explaining this, he said the inhabitants of Jannah are the people who used to do qiyam and siyam. And not only that, their words and actions are of good and excellence. Akbar. Their goods and actions are of goodness and excellence. للعبد فيها, listen to beauty. He says, للعبد فيها خيمة من لؤلؤ قد جوفت في صنعة الرحمن. للعبد فيها خيمة من لؤلؤ قد جوفت في صنعة الرحمن. He says it's servant in it. The servant has a tent of hallowed pearls. Allahu Akbar. A tent meaning a mansion. He says the servant there has a tent of pearls, and it is the manufacture of Ar-Rahman. Who made those pearls? Allah. Ya Allahu Akbar. Allahumma ya Rabbil Alamin. Who made these houses, these pearls? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. He made them for you and us, inshallah ta'ala. He says, أنهارها في غير أخدود جرت سبحان ممسكها من الفيضان. أنهارها في غير أخدود جرت سبحان ممسكها من الفيضان. He says, its rivers flow outside and without bed. Allahu Akbar. There is no edges. Its rivers, they flow with no beds, no edges. He says, Subhana, Subhana, Subhana. He says, and about with regard to praise to be to the one who keeps them from flooding, because there's no edges. He says, Subhan, praise be to the one who keeps them from flooding. How can you see a river flowing, but it has no edges? It is in. And then he goes, Subhan, praise be to who keeps them from flooding. Allahu Akbar. And he says, تحتهم تجري كما شاءوا مفجرة وما للنهر من نقصان. He says, underneath them the rivers run, explode as they wish, and rivers will never be lacking. They will never lack. Sometimes you have a river, when there's a drought, the river will lose its water. No, he says, underneath them these rivers run, exploded they wish, because everybody will have rivers. You can have a river from honey, you can have a river from milk, you can have a river from water, you can have a river from wine. Yes, I will talk about all that in detail in due course, bi'idhnillah, inshallah ta'ala. And he says, وَلَقَدْ أَتَى ذِكْرُ لِقَاءِ مَأْبِرَ الرَّحْمَنِ. This is one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite, baits. He says here, وَلَقَدْ أَتَى ذِكْرُ لِقَاءِ بِرَبِّنَا الرَّحْمَنِ في صورة من القرآن أو ما سمعت منادي الإيمان يخبر عن منادي النواني. Allah. And he says, and there has come a mention of our meeting with Ar-Rahman, with Allah. and come and mention with our meeting with Allah ar-Rahman in chapters from the Quran. He says in chapters from the Quran, because in the Quran, وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة. Faces, they shall see the face of their Lord on the day of judgment. So he says here, it has come in mention in the Quran, these people, the inhabitants of Jannah, they will see the faces of Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he says, have you not heard the call of belief? He's talking about Prophet Muhammad. Have you not heard the call of belief informing us about the call of the gardens of living? Have you not heard the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad? Have you not heard Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying about the color of the garden of the Allahu Akbar. This poem, my brothers and sisters, is made in Quran and Hadith. Right? So I don't know what you mean by it, not a surah. The one I just mentioned now, surah. And the man he's saying here, that comes to our mention that people will be at the face of their Lord, inshallah ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, I have not finished the poem. No, it's long. I just gave a preview of it. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, I give you the other half, inshallah ta'ala. Tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, bi'idhnillah, I'll give you the continuation. Because now he started to talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how people will see the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I hope and I pray that us, inshallah ta'ala, will make it to see the face of our Lord, inshallah ta'ala, on the day of judgment, because it will be the bliss. Amazing bliss is to be able to see the face of our Lord, inshallah ta'ala, my brothers and sisters. We have not entered yet. I told you this series, it will take us a lot more episodes, inshallah. I'm not even yet. So tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala, we shall meet again and talk about the gates of Jannah. And maybe tomorrow, I will let you go and have a peek inside. Maybe tomorrow, inshallah, I will let you have a peek inside. After we talk about the gates of Jannah, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Deal? So it is 7:30 here, 7:30 p.m. And it is also Friday. And it is only an hour before our time. Let's make dua, inshallah ta'ala. Let's make dua, inshallah ta'ala. I want to ask you first, anybody from Instagram, anybody would like to make dua for us? Would anyone from Instagram would join me live to make dua, inshallah ta'ala? I mean, would anyone to join me? Oh, 12:30 there, it's 7:30 here. We can make dua, before you go and have suhoor, because I know suhoor is very, very, very soon there in the UK, and we have broken our fast yet here. So, inshallah, we'll make dua for all of us, inshallah. Would anyone would like to join me, share my screen? Would anyone would like to do that, inshallah? No? All right. So I will do that, inshallah. Those of you who've come in late, go and check out the session. It is saved on Instagram. There are two sessions here on Instagram, but on Facebook, the full session is saved there on Facebook, inshallah ta'ala, and it will be uploaded on Instagram, on YouTube as well. It will be uploaded on Instagram. Lulu, did you want to make dua for us? Lulu 186. Did you make dua for us? Who wants to make dua? Who wants to make dua? Arabic, English, Urdu. Who wants to make dua? Would anyone would like to make dua for us? Brothers, sisters from Instagram? Please, anyone? No? I mean, all right, we'll make dua, inshallah ta'ala, because apparently I'll make dua, inshallah ta'ala. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم لك الحمد حتى ترضى، ولك الحمد إذا رضيت، ولك الحمد بعد الرضا، لك الحمد بالقرآن، ولك لك الحمد بالإسلام ولك الحمد بالإيمان، لك الحمد كله وإليك يرجع الفضل كله. سبحانك ما أرحمك، سبحانك ما أعرفك، سبحانك ما أكرمك، سبحانك ما أعظمك، سبحانك ما عبدناك حق عبادتك. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت، وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت، وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت، فإنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك، لا يعز من عاديت ولا يذل من واليت، ربنا وتعاليت، فلك الحمد على ما أعطيت، لك الحمد على ما أعطيت. اللهم لا تدع لنا في مقامنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا دينا إلا قضيته، ولا ضالا إلا هديته، ولا مريضا إلا شفيته، ولا مريضا إلا شفيته، ولا معيونا ولا ممسوسا ولا مسحورا إلا شفيته، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا وقضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك، اللهم يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. اللهم يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث أغثنا، اللهم يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث أغثنا. اللهم ارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا، اللهم ارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا، اللهم ارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا. اللهم يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك نستغيث أغثنا. اللهم يا رب إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل، ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل، ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين، لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين، لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين. يا حي يا قيوم، يا أحد يا صمد، يا الذي لم يلد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد، يا حنان يا منان، يا بديع السماوات والأرض، يا ذا الجلال والإكرام، يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. يا حي يا قيوم، يا حي يا قيوم، ارفع مقتك وغضبك عنا، اللهم ارفع الوباء عنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل صيامنا، اللهم تقبل ركوعنا وسجودنا، اللهم تقبل قيامنا، اللهم تقبل قيامنا في هذا الشهر المبارك، اللهم تقبل صيامنا في هذا الشهر المبارك، اللهم تقبل عبادتنا في هذا الشهر المبارك. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك، اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك، اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا، اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين، يا ذات المتين، يا رحم الضعفاء والمساكين، يا رب العالمين، ارزق حبك وحب من يحبك وحب العمل الذي يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب العمل الذي يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم يا حي يا قيوم، يا حي يا قيوم، يا حي يا قيوم، يا حي يا قيوم، يا أحد يا صمد، يا أرحم الراحمين، يا أرحم الراحمين، يا أرحم الراحمين. ارزقنا النظر إلى وجهك الكريم، ارزقنا النظر إلى وجهك الكريم. اللهم ارزقنا الفردوس الأعلى، اللهم ارزقنا الفردوس الأعلى، اللهم ارزقنا الفردوس الأعلى. ارزقنا وأهلينا وأحباب الفردوس الأعلى، ارزقنا وأهلينا وأحباب الفردوس الأعلى برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك عيشة هنية وميتة سوية ومردا غير مخزن ولا فاضح. Oh Allah, we ask you, Ya Rabbil Alameen, by every name which we know, and we ask you by every name we do not know. We ask you by your greatest name, that name that you wish, if you were to be called. We ask you by Ismik al-A'zam, Ya Rabbil Alameen, to grant us Firdaus al-A'la. Grant us, Ya Rabbil Firdaus al-A'la. Make us amongst those who will be admitted to Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, prevent us from entering Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Rahimeen. Yes, you have made this Jannah for us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. You have made this Jannah for us, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Don't prevent us from entering it, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Rabbi, progress the highest level in Jannah and make us among those who get to enter from any gate they wish to Jannah. Make us from amongst those who will get to enter from any gate they wish to Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Grant us the actions or to do actions that will get us to Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Grant us the ability to do the actions will enable us to enter Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Grant us the ability, don't make it hard for us, do the actions that will get us to be admitted to Jannah, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Things that you love and things that the Prophet Muhammad loves, like Salah, things that Prophet Muhammad loves, like Qiyam, like Siyam, like Quran, like Sadaqah, like Zakah, like Ihsan. These are the things that will enable us to enter the Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. So make us and make it easy for us to do them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Prevent us from hellfire and our loved ones from hellfire. Grant us and grant our loved ones Jannat al-Firdaus, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Not only Jannat al-Firdaus, make us, Ya Rabbi, the neighbor of Prophet Muhammad in Jannah. Make us the neighbors of Prophet Muhammad in Jannah. Make us amongst those who will drink from his hands on the day of judgment, inshaAllah ta'ala, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Make us amongst those who will see your face in Jannah. Make us amongst those who will get to see your face twice a day in Jannah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Those are those that you have chosen, you have selected meticulously to be so special because they deserve it, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Make us amongst them and our loved ones amongst them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Accept our fasting, accept our siyam al-qiyam, accept our recitation of the Quran in this blessed month, accept our salah and our tarawih in this blessed month. Make us, Ya Rabbi, love one another in this blessed month. Make us love one another in this blessed month. Make us bring peace with one another in this blessed month. Make us bring peace amongst one another, and our sisters and our loved ones, our husbands and our wives, our parents, our cousins. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Bring, make us just call for peace, just for your sake, Ya Rabbil. You are the peace and the source of peace, and you love peace, Rabbil Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Grant us a good life, a peaceful life, Ya Rabbil Alameen, and grant us a peaceful death. Grant us a peaceful life and grant us a peaceful death, and make us among those who will be able to say La ilaha illallah before they die. Or if you were to say La ilaha illallah before we die, we shall Jannah. Ya Rabbi, make us amongst those who will utter before they die. The last thing that they will utter before they die is La ilaha illallah. Ya Rabbi, make us amongst them. Ya Rabbi, make us amongst them. Make our loved ones amongst them, Ya Rabbi al-Alameen. Grant us a good end. Grant us all a good end, Ya Rabbi al-Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Rabbi, bless those souls who have passed away. Ya Rabbi, bless those that have passed away. Bless them. Grant them the A'la. Be pleased with them. Enlarge their graves upon them. Make their graves like a garden of heaven. The graves a garden of heaven, Ya Rabbi al-Alameen. Make them the garden of heaven, Ya Rabbi al-Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. الله يرحم الراحمين. صل على محمد وعلى محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم انك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى ال محمد كما باركت على ابراهيم وعلى ابراهيم في العالمين انك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Ameen. Jazakum Allah khair, brothers and sisters. May Allah bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. So let me say salam to everyone. Those of you who just came in late, please go back and watch this session. There are 2 sessions. If you're late, they are saved. Go back and watch them, inshallah ta'ala. Thank you. Jazakum Allah khair. All of you. And thank you for coming, although you come in late. Subhan Ali, Yad al-Sabbagh, Janine, Khadija, Rizwan, Hussein, Jazakallah khair, Khadija, Yasin, Begum, Yasin, Jazakallah khair, Amina Begum, Nawal, thank you for joining. Yaz, thank you for joining. Abnaish, thank you for joining. Arif, Azra, thank you for joining. Kamil, Omaira, thank you for joining. Agsi, thank you for joining. Najwa, thank you. Yakso, thank you. Jazakallah khair, thank you for joining. We'll see you tomorrow and inshallah same time. Thank you. Sharmeen, Abu Rudaina, Sharmeen Haq, thank you. Jazakumullah for Ya Hani Habibi, thank you for joining. Say salam to your wife for me and your family, from your little baby from me, inshallah. Kiss your baby from me. Maya, thank you for joining. Shazia, thank you for joining. Tariq, thank you, my brother. Thank you, Tariq, my man, my neighbor. Thank you for joining. Maysoon, Maysoon. Aqib, thank you, my man. Thank you. May Allah give you shifa, inshallah. Junaid Haq, Jazakallah khair for joining. May Allah bless you all. Thank you so much. See you all when? Tomorrow, inshallah, for the continuation of our Jannah. Umair, thank you so much for joining. Allah grant us all Jannat al-Firdaus. Kamir 333, thank you for joining as well. Jazakumullah all. Barakallah. Lula Rob, thank you for joining. Jazakallah khair, Sister Lula Rob. May Allah bless you. Thank you, Layla. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. you for joining. It's very late where you are, but thank you for joining. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.